Hi, everybody. My name is Christy, and today I want to talk to you about the correlation between sales and mindset. So, for those of you that are in sales, I think this is going to be very important to actually increase the sales that you're currently doing. If you already know this, hopefully you'll be able to go ahead and get some additional information and know that future videos are also going to be related to sales management, sales in general, and of course with mindsets. So stay tuned for other additional videos that will come out that will actually help you to increase your sales and to also improve your daily life. So when I talk about sales and mindset, what exactly do I mean? Have you ever had a regular 9 to 5 job where you're going in and you're already thinking, I'm going to have a terrible day? Well, what tends to happen? That's right. You have a terrible day. Is it because that you wanted a terrible day? Well, no, because by the end of it, you're like, oh my God, this completely sucked. I don't know why this has even existed. What happened? I didn't even want this. It is because of the mindset. Okay. So with that in mind, we also have to know about how the mind really correlates with the things that we do. Now, I also do have a bachelor's degree in legal studies, and one of the very actually fundamental classes that they have you take at South University is called Strategies for Success. And one of the things that they teach you there is that if your mind thinks it, it'll try to make it happen. So if you're going in and you're already thinking you're going to have a bad day, well, your brain's going to try to have it where it's a bad day. So best thing to do is to think about having a good day. Now, I know that sounds very simplistic. I know you're like, oh, well, that's probably a bunch of mumbo jumbo, and that doesn't make any sense. Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever gone in, had an amazing day, still had crappy events, but then feel like shit at the end? More than likely not. The reason why is because your mind's already connecting to that positive mindset, that positive action that's happening throughout your day. So anything that does happen is not that bad. That happens with sales. Now, I'm sure you're like, okay, that's great, but what do you mean it happens with sales? I want you to think about this. When was the last time you got on a phone call, said, oh, this person is not qualified. I shouldn't have to even be speaking with them. The leads suck. This is crap. Actually got on the phone and actually gave your best performance. It's not exactly common. Now, there are some of you out there that probably can differentiate between just your bias and what's actually going to happen on the call. It is possible, but we're talking about the common situation. The common situation is where you're thinking, of course, that the leads are going to suck. They have no money. They're broke. There's no reason they should even be contacting you. And you get on the phone and you kind of half-ass it because you already think the sale's lost. Well, if you think the sale's lost, it already is. Okay. So one of the myths that I want to kind of actually break through here today is about how leads suck. Now, this is not saying that marketing doesn't need to improve. This is not saying that there are bad leads out there. But what I am saying is how you actually approach these leads actually makes a difference in your closing ratio. Because if you go to each individual call going, they're broke, this isn't going to work, they're not even qualified, why should I speak with them? Then 9 out of 10, you're going to get those people who come across as broke, who come across as a bad lead, when, let's be honest, you probably had more influence than you would care to admit just because of how you approach the call. So the biggest thing that I challenge you is, no matter how broke the lead may seem, no matter how bad the lead seems they are not qualified, and no matter how much you believe they should not even be booking a call with you, go to the call like you actually think you're going to be able to close them because they have the resources available. Now, I'm sure what you're saying is, oh, okay, so if I go in there and just believe that they're going to be able to close, they're going to close? Yes and no. The reason I say yes and no is because you actually have to believe that it's possible. If you don't believe that it's possible, saying it a million times is not really going to make a whole lot of difference. If you go in with just like a sarcastic attitude and go, okay, yeah, they're going to close, whatever. Yeah, they're not. They're going to sense the sarcasm and then you're going to lose the sale. If you go in with the genuine interest of, okay, so let's actually see, why did this lead feel that they're qualified? Or why did it feel like the setter was able to set this with me? What was the actual reason? Let's figure this out. You're bound to get more closes than no closes. Again, this does not say that marketing can't improve. This doesn't say the qualifications can't improve. And this does not say that there are some bad leads in the mix. But if you approach every lead like that, you're going to come across as a lot harder to close somebody than actually not. Because 9 out of 10, it's not exactly what you say, but how you come to the call. Hopefully this went ahead and helped you. If you do go ahead and use this method and you do go ahead and decide to give this a try, go ahead and place into the comments below how it actually worked out for you. Stay tuned for future videos in which we talk about sales and mindset.